At 27, William Mensah was the kind of young man mothers prayed their daughters would marry. Handsome, respectable, and blessed with a successful supplies business that brought money into the house like a flowing river. In the city estate where his parents lived, people whispered proudly, "Papa Solo's son is doing well." Everything in William's life glowed, except for one thing, his love life. Her name was Sandra, 24, stunning, shaped like temptation itself, with a face that could silence a room. She dressed in expensive clothes, spoke with attitude, and loved attention. William adored her completely, and that love made him blind, dangerously blind. To everyone else, Sandra was trouble. She disrespected elders, rolled her eyes at advice, insulted neighbors, and treated William like he was lucky she even looked his way. But William defended her every time. "She's just misunderstood," he would say. "She has a big personality. She's my future wife." Papa Solo warned him multiple times. "Beauty without character is like a house built on water," he told William. But William didn't listen. Papa Solo even introduced Jessica, the calm and decent daughter of their neighbor. A respectful girl, humble, soft-spoken, and always willing to help. Whenever she visited to help Papa Solo with chores, he made sure William was around. But William barely looked at her. "She's too village-like, no class," he muttered privately. Even when Sandra insulted Mama Pat one afternoon because she asked her to greet visitors, William defended her again. Mama Pat cried in her room for hours. Yet William went ahead and married Sandra. Not even a year later. Their wedding was glamorous, but Mama Pat's tears fell quietly behind her smile because she knew her son had entered a marriage with a storm hiding behind a beautiful face. And storms always reveal themselves. The first month of marriage was sweet, full of kisses and photos posted online. But the sweetness didn't last. Sandra changed fast. She demanded money day and night. New wigs, new shoes, new dresses, weekend trips, expensive restaurants, jealousy, insecurity, unnecessary arguments. She refused to cook. She refused to clean. She refused to help William in any form. "Why are you always traveling?" she would shout. "Stay home. I want you here. Forget work." William tried to explain that his work required movement, but Sandra threatened and cried until he stayed home. Slowly, meetings were missed, partners complained, and contracts slipped through his fingers. Within months, his income dropped drastically. Sandra didn't support him. She didn't comfort him. Instead, she mocked him. "You're becoming useless, William. You're embarrassing me. How can I be married to a broke man?" The final blow came when William couldn't give her money for a new phone. "I can't do this anymore," Sandra hissed. "I didn't marry a poor man. I'm leaving." She packed her things and walked out, just like that. William fell into deep shame. He couldn't face the community, couldn't face his parents, couldn't face himself. So he disappeared into the city and took a job at a cold store warehouse, carrying frozen fish all day for little pay. He lived in an unfinished building with cracked walls, no electricity, and a leaking roof. Every night he whispered to himself, "I destroyed my own life." And the guilt was heavier than the boxes he carried. One afternoon, while William was arranging boxes of fish, a familiar voice called his name. "William, William, is that you?" He looked up. It was Mama Millicent, a longtime friend of Mama Pat. Her eyes widened with shock when she saw him in cold store boots and a dirty apron. "The whole William, Papa Solo's son, working here? What happened?" William tried to hide the pain in his voice. "I'm fine, Mama. Life just changed." But Mama Millicent saw the truth in his eyes. She said nothing more. That evening, she went straight to his parents' home and told them everything. Papa Solo and Mama Pat didn't sleep that night. By dawn, they were on the first bus to the city. After hours of searching, they found William behind the cold store. "William," Mama Pat cried out, When William saw them standing there, dusty, tired, but calling his name, he broke down instantly. Mama, Papa, I'm sorry. He fell to his knees. Mama Pat cried and held him tightly. Papa Solo placed a hand on his shoulder. Son, home is not for perfect people. It is for wounded ones. William took them to the unfinished building he called home. When Papa Solo saw it, tears filled his eyes. Mama Pat sat on the floor and sobbed. In that painful moment, William confessed everything, his regrets, Sandra's treatment, his shame, and how lost he felt. Papa Solo lifted his chin gently. Son, stand up. Your life is not finished. Then he added softly, let Jessica come and visit you tomorrow. William panicked. Papa, no, I can't let her see me like this. She will laugh or judge me. Papa Solo smiled sadly. You don't know that girl's heart. And the next day proved him right. Jessica came early in the morning, carrying a basket of food. William stood outside, embarrassed and shaking. She smiled warmly. William, may I come in? He nodded slowly. Inside, she looked around without judging. Instead, she began sweeping, opening windows, arranging the room, just like she used to help Papa Solo at home. I heard you needed a friend, she said gently. Let me be here, even if you don't feel proud of yourself. Her words broke something in William, something heavy, something painful. He sat down and cried openly for the first time in years. Jessica sat beside him and held his hand. It's okay, William. You will rise again. And she stayed, day after day, week after week. She cooked for him, encouraged him, helped him apply for better work, listened to him, never insulted him, never judged him. Slowly, William began to feel light again. His confidence returned. He got a better job, then a contract, then another opportunity. Bit by bit, he rebuilt his life. And as his life rose, so did his feelings. One evening, as they walked home side by side, William stopped suddenly. Jessica, I was blind all these years. You were the blessing I rejected. Jessica's heart raced, but she stayed quiet. I didn't see your worth, your kindness, your heart, but now I do. He knelt down, voice shaking. Will you forgive me? And will you marry me? Jessica covered her mouth, tears falling. Yes, William, I will. Their wedding wasn't extravagant, but it was filled with peace, real peace, the kind William never felt with Sandra. His parents smiled with joy, thanking God for second chances. And William, he finally understood. True beauty is not in the face. It is in the soul that stays when everything else falls apart. And Jessica stayed.